there everybody, Lisa here with our Georgia Suburban Homestead. How are you doing today? Well, it's the day after a surprise temperature drop yesterday. It went from 77 degrees down to 30 last night, and the rapid drop brought us incredibly exciting thunderstorms and thunder boomers, but the trees seem to be doing okay. The blooms are still here, and I'm out here. I'm about to make elderberry cuttings. Elderberry is insanely easy to grow. The only real tip that you need, well, a couple of tips that you may want when growing elderberry for making your own immune system boosting items, syrups, whatever you're going to make with it, is that you need 2 varieties of elderberry to get a buster crop. The cross-pollination really boosts, boom, the production of berries, which is what you're after, right? So if you're into growing elderberry and you know how to process it, which is very important, there are several ways to do it. Because if you get any of the green of the elderberry into anything, it can be toxic. So make sure when you harvest your elderberries, you just get the berry and not the stem or the leaves or anything. Okay, that's just my one disclaimer here. But there are 2 ways to propagate it. First, you need your cutting. So I've got 2 varieties here. I've got Johnny and I've got Adam. Johnny and Adams. And this is Adams, and over here is Johnny. So I'm going to cut the Adams first. I got a bucket from Firehouse Subs with just a little bit of rainwater. And I've got my pruning shears. And it's very simple from here. What you want to do is grab a stem that's about the size, maybe a little bit thicker than a pencil. And I already have activity on this tree here. So you see that little branch here? And it has nodes on it. That's a node. That can be considered a node. Got a node here. On this branch we have node. And I like to make my cuttings about, what is that, a foot long maybe. I'm going to cut it above that node, and you cut on a slant. Okay? Now I'm going to cut the bottom on a slant. And I'm going to put this in the bucket of water above this node here. And it will form roots, okay? Another way to do it is to bury this in a pot with a good quality soil in it. And you're going to bury it, you want like 2 nodes under the soil, and it will root. How do you know it's rooted? It'll start putting out leaves from up here. So there goes Adam. One, 2. Adam again. Just this one branch has given me quite a few. Got a node there. Node. Node. I cut these back really severely last fall, and not thinking I was going to take cuttings this spring to sell, but I've had so many requests, I decided I better come do this. But I really shouldn't have cut them back last fall. If I'd known I was going to have so many requests this year. I may only have just a handful. But I'll be offering both varieties in a bundle, like $4 a stem. But if you plant these, you need to be aware they're going to spread. I put them here in my meditation center, one bush on either side of my bench. I'm going to turn the camera around and show you. And you can see how much they've spread in just a couple of years, maybe 4 years. Let me show you. This is Adam. There's my bench. There's John. But Adam, you can see he's gone really tall, but he's spread out. He's made a couple of babies, 1, 2, 3, 4 bush babies. And then a bird planted somebody in this bucket. I'm cutting him too. And I've got more outside my meditation center. Then you see John. That's where John was planted. Look at John. He really spread through here and all through back here, and the original's here. And he has spread all the way to the front of the raised beds here and outside the beds. Be nice if I can control my camera, huh? So, as you see, elderberry spreads. I'm not sure what varieties they are that are spreading outside, or whether it's a cross-pollinated variety. I don't even know if elderberry will cross-pollinate and create a new variety. I suppose it would if it's open-pollinated, if it needs another pollinator. But, as you see, it spreads. I think that's just really interesting. Anyway, so we'll have some good blossoms here coming in. The leaves are starting to come on. I'm seeing some Japanese honeysuckle up in it, so I'm going to have to go behind the meditation center here and cut that out while I'm out here. Don't plant honeysuckle. It invades everything. This came from the neighbor's yard, and we're always fighting it, and they never control their privet either, and we're always fighting the privet. Even though privet honey is pretty good in the spring, it's still a pain in the patukas. Pain in the tuchus. But I've got a lot of cleaning up after this winter out here, more so than usual. Anyway, thanks for keeping me company. Now you know how to make a cutting. Just cut and stick, or cut and put in a bucket of water and leave it a little bit. Change your water every couple of days. Try to use rainwater. And you'll have all the sambuca you'll need. Okay, so once you've got roots formed on the water shoots, then you put it in the soil or in some loose soil. Now, when a plant puts on water roots, they're not as strong as they do the soil, so the plant will be more vigorous if you get a pot, stick it in the pot, wait till you get green growth, give it a couple of months, and then go plant it where it needs to be. And that's your best bet. So that's true of anything you try to root in water. Those roots are water roots and not soil roots, and they're not quite the same. But at least you know you've got a viable piece of plant material. Okay, hope you learned something. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell. See ya.